Hi everyone, how you all doing? Welcome back again. I just want to say thank you guys for supporting me all the way, and I'm actually like doing this video again. To be honest, I did it the first time, but I didn't like the quality of the video, so I decided to come back again to talk to you guys, to help you guys um navigate the scholarship for the CSC. So I'm going to be talking about some of the ways that you can stand out for the CSC. Those of you that have already started your application, I'm going to be talking about how you can be unique, how you can stand out and be successful during this application. Okay, so I have categorized um this live video into different stages, which is academic and professional strengths, study plan, research proposal, recommendation letters, supervisor, personal statements, CV, resume, documents, accuracy, and choosing the right program, university, and also skills that would help you to actually be unique. So for those of you that have already like started your application, this video would or you're about to submit, this video would really help you because a lot of people uh maybe now they do not have the guidance or they do not know how to apply and get that success. So this video will really be helpful. Okay, please watch to the end. And if you have any question, please leave it down in the comment section below. I will answer them. Yeah, let's start. The number one under academic and professional strength is to maintain a strong CGPA. Okay, so for those of you now that you have actually like you're good, like your grades are above like 70%, 80%, this is really high. So this would help you to be able to get the scholarship, and because it's very competitive and you're trying to focus on being unique, you're trying to focus on being seen, so you want to ensure that your CGPA is very high. Number two, you want to also focus on your coursework. I would say that your coursework should be related to STEM, right? STEM is like into like engineering field. So you if you're into like tech, engineering, mathematics, something like that. I feel China education system is to talk to you guys because of that STEM conversation that they talked about today. So number three is to focus on your academic awards. If you don't know that if you are if you are somebody that you've gotten a lot of awards, this is really good when you're applying for your CSC scholarship. For someone like me, when I did my masters, I got an award in singing competition. And apart from singing competition, there are actually some awards I've gotten. So imagine that I want to apply for CSC again. I'm definitely gonna use every award that I have got. I'm definitely going to use every awards that I've gotten because this is what's going to help me to be unique. This is what's going to help me to stand out. Remember the focus. Your focus is to be unique. Your focus is to stand out because there are a lot of people applying for this scholarship. So you really want to stand out and you really want them to see you that yes, that you have what it takes to graduate. You have what it takes to study and get a good grade. A lot of people, I think, a lot of times they're also scared of the fact that when they give scholarships to students, maybe they are not serious. Maybe they don't graduate. If I can remember some of my clients when they were applying for bachelors, it was always difficult to get fully funded scholarship for them if you want us to apply for your scholarship, please reach out to me and I'll help you to apply for scholarship with some of the universities that we are actually partnering with. You can actually message me. So some of my clients, when we're applying, the universities they'll say, oh, they have to do 1 year, and then after they've done 1 year and they've succeeded in passing or having high grades, then they'll be like, okay, then they'll go ahead and they can continue. So this is something that you have to understand, that while you're doing your application or while you're doing everything, you need to you need to be serious. You need to show them that you are someone that can start and you're someone that will finish. And you have to be really serious, to be honest. This is something that you also need to think about. Be serious. Also, another thing that you want to think about is that you want to include like research publications. So let's say now that you're doing bachelor's, I will not tell you that if you're doing bachelor's, you should focus too much as attention on research publications. But maybe if you're doing like your master's, PhD, then you know that publication is something that they're actually looking for. So you also try your best to get publication. And though publishing a paper is not so easy, as I mean, it's easier said than done, but this will put you on edge, especially if you're applying for CSC type A. When I was applying for CSC type A, I remember, though it wasn't CSC scholarship, sorry, it was in my country. There are different kinds of scholarships, like there were PTDF, Commonwealth. So I remember that one of the questions that they constantly used to ask when we were doing our application, they'll ask questions like, "Oh, have you published a paper? Have you published a paper?" So I now realized that, oh, so for scholarship applications, these external um interviewers, they always want to know that you actually have published a paper, because that's what makes you unique. That's what shows that you're actually innovative. So you want to try your best to ensure that you can actually publish. If you can't publish, it's fine, you can still go ahead and apply, but publishing a paper will put you on edge and it will make you stand out. Okay, so this is something that you should also like consider. Also, you want to be able to showcase like conference participation. So if you're someone that you've participated in a lot of conference activities and everything, you also want to show this. This will help. This will make sure that you're able to get opportunities. So like conferences, I've attended some conferences and this has really helped me. This has really boost my opportunities. So you want to include internships related to your major, and this kind of internships is something that that I would always say, if you can get, please get it. If you can get internships, please get it, because I understand the difficulty of getting a job, especially some people who are even pursuing CSS scholarship or pursuing scholarship. I mean, most of them, they are not able to get a job. That's why they're even looking into getting scholarship. But if you can even work for free, just get an internship. I mean, internship shouldn't be hard. Maybe getting a full time job might be difficult, but getting an internship shouldn't be difficult. So if you can actually get this will really help. It will put you also like on the edge, and it will help you because to help you to stand out during this application. So this is something that you should think about. And industrial experience too is something that will also be good. If you can get experience, this will help your application. Also, you can also, if you feel like okay, you'll not be able to get internships, you'll not be able to get job, you can also get like a professional certification. Yes, professional certification is so good. I remember when I was applying for work, and while I'll be applying for work, I'll be like using my certificates, because at that time I didn't have a master's and there's so many things I didn't have. So certificates was what I used to use, and even now too, I still try my best to get as many certification as possible. So even if you don't have like experience, you don't have job experience, getting certification would really help you. I'm telling you. So please try and think about that. Okay. So the next thing that I'll be talking about is getting like a technical expertise in your field. This will help, and also trying as much as possible in your school that you're currently in. If you're still like doing your high school and you're about to graduate to enter your bachelor's, please enter a lot of leadership roles. If you are a university students, you're about to graduate, enter leadership roles, because this is something that would also help you, make you stand out, make them know that you're a leader, you have the quality of being a leader. So please try as much as possible to help yourself to join some of these leadership roles in schools. Then looking at your study plan and research proposal, number one, you want to be able to write a title that will attract attention. Yes, you want to be able to write a title that will attract attention. You want to align your research with like China's interest. So whatever like China is interested in, you want to align that research with what China is interested in. Then you want to show how your study will benefit your country. So if you are in Nigeria, of course, most Nigerians are the one watching my videos, but you want to be able to show that, okay, you know what, these are the problems that we're facing currently in Nigeria, or these are the problems we're facing, and these are some of the solutions solving these problems. Okay. Okay. So you want to also highlight like relevance of your research. You want to use strong academic languages. Ensure that the language that you're using to write your research proposals are like strong. If you don't even know how to write some of these things, just download so many papers, read it, and maybe it will really, really guide you, and it will really, really help you to be able to write some of these things. Have a defined research um, problem actually that you're trying to solve. If you can find as many problems as possible, or you can read research papers and you can actually look at the gap, some of the things that maybe that research paper have not covered, you check it, and you can even write on this as something that you are hoping that you would want to solve while you are doing your study. So this is something that you can actually think about. Then you have to have like, you have to ensure that you have realistic objectives, outline your methodology clearly. So whatever that you're going to be using as your method for solving this problem, please, you need to ensure that they are very clear and they are defined properly. Show that you have knowledge of this, and if you even have like an experience, this is also good. You want to be able to show that you know what, you know your onions, like you know what you're talking about, because this will help you to stand out. Remember that I'm not just talking about CSC, I'm not just talking about how to get CSC scholarship now. Because of the high competition in application of scholarships, I'm talking about how you can be unique, how you can stand out, why they should pick you compared to other people. This is where my focus is on. Okay. And also, if you feel like, okay, you know what, I don't have like my profile for my application is not like good enough, you're looking for how we can help you to apply, or you want to book a consultation with me where we can talk one-on-one, I'll be able to help you, guide you on what to do while you're doing any application to China or business, whatever you want. Please check down below. You'll be able to actually book a consultation with me, or you can get my books. There are so many books that I have written about scholarship opportunities or about like traveling abroad. You can check down below and also be able to get these books. This will really, 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 really help you. I'm telling you, these things I'm sharing with you, I hardly see people talk about like opportunities, especially CSC online. So you see that when people like us will come and we're talking about it, we're really, I think one of the reasons I'm always pushed to talk about it, because maybe something just happened and I'm like, oh yeah, let me go talk about this. Something happens, oh yeah, let me go talk about this. And also apart from that, I get a lot of questions about scholarship applications. So I know that, okay, this is the area whereby a lot of my clients want me to talk about. So that's why I'm always like talking about it, and I'm always trying my best to help as many people as possible. Okay. Okay. So another thing that you also need to understand is that um you want to be able to show the visibility with China resources. You want to ensure that, okay, you know what, this school I'm applying to, they have this equipment that I need and I'm going to use for solving my problems. You want to be able to show these things and you want to make it very, very, very clear. Okay. Yeah. So now you also want to be able to reference your supervisor, like whichever supervisor that you want to work with you want to be able to reference your supervisor, put his research direction and everything. So you want to also be able to remove plagiarism Completely. Yes. Remove plagiarism from whatever you're writing. Make it like, you know what? I'm gonna write it. Let me tell you, if you feel like you don't know how to write this thing clearly, there are so many there are actually so many things you can use online. There's so many apps or so many things that you can actually use to ensure that it rewrites that study plan properly, because I mean, I think that they will check. Yes, they will check the plagiarism. So you want to China always check plagiarism. Like anybody who have studied in China knows this. So sure, most times because they always like, I feel like because of the language barrier, the first thing that they will even go ahead to check is the plagiarism. We have to know that you copied. So you don't want to be copying. I know Nigerians, we used to copy a lot. But this one, you want to ensure that you change a lot of things. If it's everything you can change, because they will check plagiarism. I'm telling you this because I'm in China and I know for sure that that's very, very important. Also, you want to keep your proposal or the study plan around like 1,500 to 2,000 words. 1,500 to 2,000 words. This is good and this is important because it shows that you're writing so many things, you know what you're talking about, and it's just very, very good. Okay. Then try to cite. I don't think this is compulsory. You don't need to cite, but if you can, please cite your work. Also, mention how this research is going to contribute and the innovation with this research. This is also very, very important. And if you don't know how to like show innovation, I've already told you guys what to do. When you're reading a paper, check the gap that the paper has not yet covered, and you can actually write on it and show what you're trying to do to solve that problem. This is also very important. So you want to demonstrate awareness of China's research environment, and also you want to show that you have like a long-term goal. You want to show your goal, and that you want to go ahead to like develop your country and show what you're planning to do. Okay, so this is very, very important. So now let's go into like recommendation letters, because I think that this is also important. So you want to choose the referee that know your academic performance. You want to ensure that this letter is personalized. You want to use the university letterhead. Yes, this will help you. Use the university letterhead. Use stamp, because it makes your work professional. So you want to use that stamp if you can get a stamp. I know there are some of you guys that maybe your teachers, maybe they can get the stamp. So if you can tell them to please use stamps, make it look more professional and sign. This will also help. And try as much as possible for that thing to be personalized, because tell them details about you, like tell them that, oh, okay, you know what, I was maybe the supervisor, or she got CGPA. So this will make them, when they are reading that recommendation letter, they'll be like, oh wow, this teacher knows the student, this teacher is close to the student. So this is what would make them to say, you know what, I think this person is smart and this person is very serious. You also want to discuss your strengths. You want to also mention your character and work ethic. So whatever that you feel like it's has helped you so far to achieve whatever you've achieved, please put it there. Like, oh, I'm hardworking. This, like, let your supervisor put it there, okay? Because I feel like study plan and research letter are things that they read, and a lot of scholarship they really, really used to focus on. So avoid making that recommendation that are so general. Like, just some of you, your supervisors, yes, or your teachers, maybe they don't really have time to actually sit down and write. But sometimes they'll tell you, oh, bring like, you go and write and bring. Some lecturers, some teachers do that. They'll tell you, you go and write, bring it. Then you now go and write, bring it to them. They will just sign. So don't go and just copy online or whatever. Try to ensure that whatever you are sending to that professor is personal, is good, because if people read these things, very important. And this is what's going to help you to stand out. This is what's going to help you to know, for them to know that you are actually close to your lecturer or your supervisor. Then you want to ensure that please you upload this PDF neatly. Let When you're doing your document compilation, let everything be neat. Some of you guys, so many times I say send me your documents, and the way you guys do this document thing, it looks really scruffy, and I just feel like whoever is the scholarship committee, the moment they already see your paper, they're like, and you're never going to continue reading. So you have to try as much as possible to ensure that everything is neat. So let's look into like supervisor connection, like because if you can get a supervisor, this is a plus, especially if you're applying for PhD, you want to get a supervisor. Though most times in China, it's not compulsory that you get a supervisor while you're doing your PhD application, but if you can get, this is what I said, if you can get. Some schools they'll say it's compulsory to get supervisor. Okay. But some of these professors, I know that they don't really respond. So this is another difficulty that a lot of students face. But don't worry, guys. I'm going to help you. I'm going to tell you what you should do that will help you, like this professor would answer you. So now you want to try to email your professor early. Me, what I do, because I know that maybe the time, like if I'm emailing a professor, because I might not the timing, right? I might not get the right time. So there's something you can do on Gmail. While you are sending an email to the supervisor, check the time for China. Check, make sure you are sending to that email. That you're sending that email maybe by 9 a.m. or by 8, because in China there's always a break. So they have, I think they have break morning, afternoon, and the evening time. So around that 11, I think 11:30 or 11, there's already a break, or around 10:30. So please, from 8 to 9, try to set up that Gmail to send that email China time to your supervisor. Also, you want to also personalize that email because it shows that you have done your research about that supervisor. You know the area that that supervisor is in. So you want to personalize it very, very well so that when your supervisor see, you say, okay, okay, okay. I think this person have done their homework about me, and this person know my research area. That's why you have to do research. Also, you want to mention that exact research area, and also you want to discuss your research proposal briefly. You also want to attach your CV, your transcript. This is something that you also need to attach so that your professor will actually see it, right? Before they feel like, okay, you know what, I'm gonna choose this person, they will see it. Then also you want to use professional email language. If you can, if your Chinese is good, are you going to use Chinese? Please use Chinese. But not everybody that the Chinese is good. So I'm not going to tell everybody. I'm not going to tell everybody to use Chinese. But if you know that your Chinese is good, then please use Chinese because it will show that you're a serious student. Me, I will not use Chinese, so especially because it's not like I'm applying for a Chinese TOTS. If you're applying for a Chinese TOTS and you use Chinese, please, this is not bad. This is not bad, okay? So let us continue. So then you also need to like attach, you also need to like follow up maybe after 7 days. You still need to send a follow-up letter because some of these supervisors they are so busy they don't really have time. So you always want to follow them up on and let them know, okay, you send them this, you send them that, like you are expecting like their feedback and everything. You can also join like research groups online. Um and you can also reference one of their papers in your email. Please avoid begging supervisor. Please be confident and try your best to also be professional while you're doing this connection with your supervisor because this is really really good and this is really helpful. Okay. Okay, so let's go to personal statements. So you want to tell a story. I really love storytelling. As a content creator, I know the power when it comes to storytelling. So you really want to see that personal statement or that study plan you're writing as a way that you are trying to tell your own story. And the beautiful thing about this is that you don't even need to even be like so disturbed about, oh, this person is better than me or whatever. Your own story is unique, right? So you want to highlight the major achievements that you've gotten, mention your future career goals, explain why you are choosing China. You because of course they know that there are so many other countries. So you have to be able to ensure to explain why are you choosing China. Show how you also contribute to China and every other thing. Also, you want to also include voluntary work. Keep the language simple, yet very, very strong. Okay, so go straight to the point. Keep the language simple and make sure it is word strong. Avoid emotional or dramatic tones. Yes, Connect your past experience with your future goals, then show your motivation. Like you want to show like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. Show your motivation. Okay. So let's go to the CV and resume because I feel like this is actually the part that a lot of people do not like, especially because, of course, as students, most people do not have like work experience. So some of them always fear because they are like, okay, what are they going to put on their CV that will help them to stand out? What are they going to put on their CV that will make them to get that scholarship? Because let me tell you, I'm not going to lie to you guys that scholarship application is not competitive, but you can get this. So don't give up on yourself, okay? So you want to ensure that at least maybe your CV is around 1 to 2 pages. If you want me to review your study plan or your CV, you can actually email me. Check down below. You can email me, send them to me, and I would love to like respond to that. After this video, I'm going to respond to all your comments. I'm already seeing some of you commenting. Thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for liking this video. I'll respond to them at the end of the video. Okay. So now let's talk about the use of like a clean professional design. I think that for me, when I was actually writing my CV and doing my CV, I used like this AI tool that I found online, and I paid. So they collected some money, but you don't have to do what I did. Me, I just looking for something more professional. You can actually sit down yourself and write that CV and make it like really good. Then you want to like list the achievements in bullet points. Then you want to add your LinkedIn. Though in China they don't really use LinkedIn, so I don't know if you need to add this, but you can add your WeChat if you want. Also, you can maybe show the publications that you have. You know that apply. You know that CV for school is different for work, right? So please ensure that you know the difference. If you want me to show you a sample that will help you, I'll actually show you a sample of a professor's CV that I have with me. I can send it to you. So reach out to me if you need this. So you want to also highlight like awards that you've gotten, recognitions that you've gotten in your school, right? And maybe the language that you're good in. If you're good in Chinese, you put it there. If you're good in English, whatever language that you think that is good, please put it in your CV. And also, any leadership position that you might have gotten, please put it in your CV. Avoid unnecessary personal details. Please, that is not needed in CVs. Please, the most important thing for academic CVs is just to be showcasing that, you know what, I'm intelligent, you know what, I'm innovative, I'm creative. Like, highlight all those things and put it there, okay? So let's go to like document accuracy because I think that this is a major problem that a lot of students are going through, especially some people when they send me their documents and I see that document, remember I'm like, oh my god, this is not well written. I feel like this is scruffy. I feel like whoever that is going to look at your documents before they even start looking at the details of whatever information that is there, they're already discouraged. So packaging is so important when you're submitting any application. So the first thing that you also want to understand is also how you're uploading these documents. Okay. So number one, upload clear scanned documents. Go to some people they like to use their phone to do that scan document. But I advise you to go out where you can actually scan this document and scan it properly. Then you want to translate all the documents if it's possible. Then combine them. Use PDF, please. There are so many things online, sites online. You can be able to convert that JPG. If your document is in a picture format, please convert it all of them to PDF. Name your files professionally. Don't just let the naming just be anyhow. Please, you're trying to be unique here. So please name your documents professionally and also follow the order of, of the document uploading and everything, and also ensure that your passport is valid for at least maybe 2 plus years. Avoid oversized files, compress if it's possible, and check the spelling of the name everywhere. Double check everything, the dates, double check signature. All these things are. I know that some people don't like to look in the detail, but the simplest thing that people don't even look at are the things that when you apply for scholarship they look at, and you and I know even when interviewers are asking questions. The simplest thing that you don't even think they will ask you, that's what those people used to ask. So that's why you want to ensure that you're actually dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's and everything. You don't want everything because they have not even started looking at your CGPO. They've not started looking at all those things, right? So you don't want that you now be the one to fail yourself. Of course, anybody who is intelligent and who is smart know this. So when you're choosing your document at university, please apply to universities that accept your major. Please, your major. Don't go and choose one major now and you're choosing another university and that university probably don't even have your major. Please don't do this. So also our advice is also to apply to universities that have high application acceptance. So choose the university that actually match your CGPA profile. Apply to both top tier and mid tier schools. Target universities that you know they will accept foreigners because there are some universities they do not accept foreigners, and there are some universities they are not in the list of CSC. So you need to ensure that the university they are applying to they are in the list of the CSC. Um, Also select programs that are taught maybe in the language that you want. If you want it to be taught in Chinese, okay. If you want it to be taught in English, okay. But you know that for both, you have to showcase the document that show that you can actually speak this language. Check whether your programs need maybe supervisor consent or something. Then make sure that you apply very very early. Right now, December, please. This is the best time for you to apply. Don't wait till maybe March or February because yes, I know that CSC ends around March, but every university is very unique, and every university like is like maybe now you be thinking that oh CS ends by March, but that university they end by February or maybe January. So that's why you want to make sure that when you're doing your application and when you're submitting this thing, you submit it on time. Do not wait till next year to submit. Please, any application, oh, it's not even just CS. That any application you're doing for China or whatever you're doing, you don't do it on time. Time waits for nobody. And also, another thing that you also think about is to try as much as possible to check the school's additional requirements. You can go to their websites and actually check whatever the school is requiring. You can check this. Avoid applying only to like popular schools because the competition is high. Yes. Avoid applying to the competition to schools that are so popular. Schools that like those kind of schools, the competition is high with those schools. So please think about this. Choose a major that is connected to your past background. Yes, this is also something that is very important. So let's look at the skills that I feel like would help you to get the scholarship. Number one is to show leadership experience. I feel like leadership skill, maybe in places like the cities, they don't really look into this. But in the smaller cities, they look into this. So please, you also need to showcase that, you know what, I think I have what it takes to be a great leader in the school and highlight community service like some service that you do highlight it, add relevant online courses. If you can be able to get courses that would help you to get the scholarship, please do, and join as many academic groups or forums that would help you to get the scholarship. Participate in competitions and showcase it in your application. This is also something that will help you. Display communication and presentation skills. Mention global exposure or exchanges. Show adaptability and cultural awareness. Also demonstrate that you have like commitment, a strong commitment to academic excellence. Present yourself confidently, professionally in everything that you submit. Please do this because it will show that you're a top student, you're a top tier. Okay, so I hope that this would really help you because I made sure to take my time to talk about this. So I'm gonna answer this question that I just got from one of you. Insightful, thank you, Ma. Which platform or how do you go about finding a supervisor? So when you want to actually go about finding a supervisor, the first thing you need to do is to go to the website of the university and check the list of the supervisor. Ensure that maybe now whichever supervisor that you are going with, it goes with your own research field. So whatever field that you are into, you find a supervisor that goes with that, and then you draft an email, collect the email, and personalize the email to that supervisor and send it to that supervisor. This is something that you can do that will actually help you. Though in China, I will tell you for one that getting a supervisor in China is not something that is compulsory. But countries like maybe Canada, USA, I know that well, if you're applying for like PhD, they're always there asking you that, oh, you need to prepare the supervisor, you need to do that. So, but China does not. You don't need to get a supervisor before you start even your PhD. Before I started my PhD, I did not have a supervisor. It was after I started doing my PhD that they gave me a supervisor. So China is not big on supervisor, so you don't have to fear. Even if you don't even have supervisor, you don't have to fear. But if you can get a supervisor, please try your best and get, because it will help you to get the scholarship. And it will even show that, I mean, imagine like, because CSC is external, right? CSC is external, but it will show that you're actually serious. It will show that you're intelligent. Do you know what it means? Do you know what it means to get a supervisor in China? Because most internationals, they don't even have supervisors. But do you know what it means that as an international student, you have been able to get a supervisor? I feel like that's huge. So that would be a good one. If you can actually get, please go ahead and get the supervisor. So guys, if you have any more questions, please leave it down. Let me know. Also, I have a lot of books that I get to talk about how you can get scholarships and also how you can travel abroad. You can check description for these books. I'm gonna leave in the description these books. I also have like consultation, one-on-one consultation. If you feel like, okay, you know what, I need more information or I have more questions that I think until I have to contact Oma before I can get all my questions answered. A lot of people have booked consultation and they have no regrets about this. Please book your consultation. If you can book your consultation, book. Also, I have like free courses. Maybe now, like, maybe you want to learn how to create content because I'm a content creator. I want to learn how to create content. You want to also book that with me. So please let me know if you have any questions. Just leave it down below. I will answer all your questions. I want to say very big thank you guys for watching this video, for joining me, and for all your support. You guys know that I'm rooting for you. Before I did this video that I'm doing now, I already told you guys that we had a meeting today, and it was the immigration officers. They came to our school. They were talking to us about like immigration opportunities, and I saw so many opportunities that you can actually get as a student when you're coming to China. And I just feel like there are some people, they don't have the money to go to Canada, they don't have the money to go to USA, they don't have the money to go to some of these countries that are so expensive. So why don't you try China, where I feel like China offers so many scholarships to the students, to international students. That's why I actually started talking about this. Okay. And then while I was seeing that there were so many opportunities the immigration officers were talking about, I heard them talking about STEM. And to be honest, my last two live videos that I did, I was talking about STEM. So if you can go back and watch those videos, it will really help you to know more about STEM and also know about what is the plan for China for next year. I talked about this in my live video. Sometimes I'll just go live talking about some of these things. I didn't even know that some of those immigration officers will also come and talk about it too. I didn't know that they too will come. And I actually asked question because one of the reason why whenever I see immigration officers, I'm always happy. I don't even mind wanting to ask them questions is because I always remember the time where I got in trouble in China and I did not have anybody to give me any information whatever, because in China most of people are Chinese people, they speak Chinese, they don't really know what's going on when it comes to like immigration. And I remember that every information I needed, I had to go to the immigration office to be asking them questions, asking them about this, asking them about that. It was so difficult. It was so tough. I was just that was even when I started taking all my travels serious. That's when I started like talking about what I talk about now, because of the difficulty that I faced when I was trying to find information, I realized that information about China is not even out there. Nobody knows anything about China. So it's not like I'm saying that me, I'm an expert. I'm not an expert. But what I know, I always come to talk about it. What I know, I always come to share with you guys because I feel like this would benefit. I've received so many testimonies from people who have benefited from just what I talk about on my YouTube channel. People messaging me how they've been able to get a job, people messaging me how they've been able to get a scholarship. Some of them are graduating next year because this CSC is something I've been talking about for the longest time. I've been talking about CSC for the longest time, so you can call me an expert on this. So some of them I've gotten so many opportunities, and I'm always so grateful to talk about them. Maybe one day like this, I'll go and drag them so that they'll come and be joining me for my live video, so that you guys can actually see live testimonies of people who have gotten this year's scholarship. You'll be able to see live testimonies of people whose life have been changed, and God, I'm so fulfilled. I'm so fulfilled. Like, yes, maybe I'm so okay. Do I get money from what I do? My fulfillment comes from the fact that some people have actually been able to get opportunities just by watching me. Who am I? What do I do? I just come and share my experience, and somehow some people have been able to get their lives changed. They've been able to also change their family. My goal is to ensure that more people, especially in Nigeria, Africa, will be able to know the free opportunities abroad, not even just in China. Because for me, I feel like I would love to talk more about other countries, not just China, because there are so many opportunities, but people do not have the information of how to get these opportunities. So my own goal for Oma Travels is to find those opportunities abroad and ensure I come and showcase it to you guys, so you guys will go ahead and try to get it for yourself and for your family. Apart from this, my goal is also to help you to understand what traveling can do, how traveling can actually change your life. Moving from your country, wherever you are, to another country can transform your life, not even just financially, but your mindset will drastically change. You're not going to remain the same person. That is what traveling can do to someone. That is what Bets on my travels. I saw the power when it comes to traveling. I saw the power when it comes to just relocating. Though when I was actually relocated, a lot of people were telling me, "Oh, this you're traveling." We're seeing a lot of negative things. I can't even remember some of them because for me, I don't really pay attention to negativity. But what I know is that when I started reading my Bible, I saw the advantages of traveling. So that's why sometimes it's not so good for you to listen to people, whatever they say, because they always want to project their own fears, insecurities on you. And then now you'll not be thinking that, oh, this thing that this person is saying is true. Have they traveled? No, some of them have never traveled. They don't know the opportunities there. People who have traveled now, they don't even want to live abroad though. They're always looking for every opportunity, anything that they can actually do that will help them. So guys, I hope this video really helpful. I'm gonna stop here. Thank you guys for watching. Please do well to like this video, subscribe to my channel. Remember to get the books I have for you and book a consultation, one-on-one consultation, whereby I'll answer more of your questions one-on-one, also probably even help you. So many people who have done consultation, they also wanted to go about to like do the scholarship, pay for the scholarship, because the information that I give there is directly to you personally. Because if I come and shoot my videos, I'm doing like a general topic. But if I'm doing a consultation, I'm answering your own question based on your profile. So guys, thank you so much for joining till now. I'll see you guys in my next video. My name remains Oma. Oma Travels, helping everyone get traveling opportunity, relocation opportunity. I'll see you guys. Okay, bye.